Okay.
Okay. So the first section is asking whether a segment AB is tangent to the circle. So when we see that, we want to use the Pythagorean theorem. So in this problem, that would be 3 squared plus 6 squared equals 7 squared. And we want to see whether or not that equation is true. 3 squared is 9. 6 squared is 36. And at this point, I can see that 9 plus 36 is not going to give me 49. So I would say that those aren't equal, so it's not tangent, or no. We're going to do the same thing over here with this problem. So my first side is 5, so 5 squared, plus my second leg is 12. 12 squared equals my hypotenuse, but they didn't give me the whole hypotenuse. They only gave me 8. So I need to see that it's really 8 plus 5, which would give me 13. 5 squared is 25. 12 squared is 144. And 13 squared is 169. And this is true. So our answer is yes, it is tangent. The next section, we are going to do the same thing. It's giving me 2 legs and is going to ask me for my hypotenuse. So I would say 45 squared plus 108 squared equals my hypotenuse, x squared. 45 squared is that big number. And 108 squared is that really big number. I add those two together. And I take the square root. And I get 117. The next question is asking us to recognize that tangent segments are congruent. All congruent means is they're equal. So 7x minus 3 equals 5x plus 1. And now I just have a multi-step equation to solve. Subtract 5x, add 3, and divide by 2. We're going to use that same idea in the next problem. 2 tangent segments are congruent. So 40 equals 3x plus 4. Subtract 4 and divide by 3. My last section is using perimeter. Perimeter means to add all the sides. So first I need to find all the sides. So I need to label what they've given me, CD. So this whole thing is 52. Then I have CU is 18. Well, if this piece is 18 and the whole is 52, 52 minus 18 is 34. And what did we just talk about in the previous problem about tangent segments? They're congruent. So CU is congruent to CT. So if this is 18, my other segment is 18. If this segment is 34, my other segment is 34. Now let's look at what other information is given to me. TB equals 12. Well, that's this bottom left segment. And if TB is 12, then VB is 12. And now I have all my sides that I can add together. And it doesn't matter what order I use, as long as I get that the answer is 128. That exact same process is what we're going to do for the last two questions. So the first thing I see is that SB is 3. That means SA is 3. If BT is 5, then CT is 5. If the whole part is 13 and a piece is 5, that means the other part is 8. And that means that RA is also 8. And if I go around and add these up, 8 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8. Once again, there are other ways to write that. The important thing is getting to an answer of 32. And last, I'm given EC is 24, so that means CG is 24. If AE is 20, then AF is 20. If this piece is 20 and the whole is 32, that means my other piece is 12, which leaves 12 for that bit. And so I get 20 plus 24 plus 24 plus 12 plus 12 plus 20. Which gives me 112. So that is it for 7.1 tangent segments.